Hey everyone, so SK, welcome to another video, and these are some Naraka test patch servers from December 4th. I'm a little bit late to the party, but we're going to get started real quick. Starting out with a new AI training mode. Seems that there is a new survival mode with normal and hard difficulty AI bots. This seems to be a BR mode with just bots, and it seems that you can always play in solos, duos, and trios, and you also get to earn your quests off of it, which is pretty cool. For map updates, there are several points of interest. As you can see, we scroll right through. Plenty of bushes still. There's actually a lot more of these little flower things. You also have plenty of pillars here. Let's see if they show the map location there. Yep, see that? Looks like it's just northeast of Celestra right here. You also got some extra little spots. Looks like Shadow Jade. And then there's one more I think I skipped over. It's a lot of bushes. Some of these little towns will have more bushes for you to roam around in and have fun with. So moving on to hero adjustments. Tarka G, for whatever reason, has more damage per second on his burn. Why? Vajra is getting buffed quite a bit. As you can see, all of her haze abilities now interrupt blue focus charge. Before you could focus through, now you can't. Also, her initial F1 has been reduced from 17 seconds to 15 seconds. The array binding effect has been reduced from 2 seconds to half a second, which is a little bit of a nerf. But the tide trap existence time, which are the little bubbles, they're going to be hanging around for 7 seconds instead of 4. So it's going to be kind of an area of effect that you don't want to get into. It seems that the functionality of this is going to be just like Yodohime's F3, where it's going to create a little zone you can hang around in, maybe get a quick heal off. Won't block any projectiles, so you'll have to contend with that. They've also slightly increased the time it takes to break free from all of her ults, which means you're going to be stuck in that whirlpool for a little bit longer, no matter how much you mash. Also, her V3, her ult 3, is going to have 6 spears instead of 5. The projectile speed is faster, and the damage of the spears is going to be 100 instead of 200. So a lot more crowd control, a little bit less damage. Yushan, they've optimized his slash attack range. They've increased the strike area of effect of his ultimate 2. And for his ultimate 3, they increased his ability effect from 3 seconds to 5 seconds, so a little bit longer. Damage reduction is also lowered from 50% to 35%. Urmi, they've adjusted the healing amount from her ult to 240 from 300, so a little bit nerf in duos mode. For all heroes, the upper limit of rage for all heroes has been adjusted in Bloodbath and free training modes to be the same value as survival mode. This basically is just bringing the upper limit of everyone's rage, everyone's ult energy, to be the same as it is in BR. For weapon adjustments, Dagger is getting nerfed. Yurang's Rage, which is the right mouse button charge. Dreadful Wail. So both of these, this is Dreadful Wail is the Soul Jade anime effect, slashing effect that you see. The gold focus is being changed to purple focus. What this means is that it cannot be parried, but it can also clink with blue focus. So before, with Dreadful Wail, if you see someone knocking in the air, if you throw out a parry, usually you're going to be able to counter it. Now you can't do that, but your teammate can interrupt the attack from the side while it's going off. If someone has the Dreadful Wail Soul Jade in solos, good luck. But if you get caught with it in trios, then you just need to call over your teammate to get a quick little focus stat going. Soul Break, they postponed the start of the attack, and you're also unable to charge the attack. Don't know what the second part means, but Soul Break is a little bit gutted here. And they've also optimized Uppercut Rush's tracking ability, as well as increase the range. Sometimes you would go past your enemy, now you can't. Also, I believe that they say something along the lines of it's easier to hit your uppercut rush, which is cool. It actually did need that. It's a little bit wonky. Spear, they've optimized the strike range of airborne horizontal and crouching horizontal strikes, which is cool. They've also increased crouching strike damage to, looks like 10% for the 2 hits. And they've also optimized the timings of horizontal strike 3rd hit, horizontal focus strike, vertical strike 3rd hit, so that they can all be dodged. They could be dodged before, I think, but now it's even more, I guess. I'm not really sure. Katana is getting nerfed again for some ungodly reason. Its crouched horizontal strike, which is like part of the new staple combo, has been reduced by quite a bit, it seems, down to 175 from 213. Longsword, the crouching horizontal strike damage has been increased to 186%. Still no word on the toothpicking, but is what it is. For nunchucks, they've adjusted some stuff. We still have yet to see what they do in the actual game. So Not really sure why these changes are here. Maybe it's just for testing. For all weapons, you can now immediately crouch after you perform a parry. This is going to allow you to have more punishing options whenever you counter somebody. Now maybe you'll be able to go into an uppercut combo, which actually should help out Katana users quite a bit. For Soul Jades, they have a new Spear Soul Jade, the Piercing Wind and Fire. Not quite what it is here. There we go. So as you saw right there, basically 2 Dragon Slayers. And they've also added the Spear Sap, which is just in line with Longsword and Katana. Basically just lets you add health as you do the 1, 2, 3 combo. Bloodbath now has duos and trio mode, and each team will have an area they spawn in designated areas. Immortal War, we do not have here in the West, so I'm going to skip over it here. I'll also have this linked in the description so you can read it for yourself. Bloodsport adjustments, they've removed Shadow Jade Mine. Thank Christ for this, because, I mean, I even had a tournament that I held in-house that I streamed to you guys, and one of the matches was just won by continuously scale rushing off of the different pillars, which is really annoying. So I'm glad that they got rid of this. Also, the total preparation phase between each of the rounds has been reduced by about half. So you won't have to wait around quite as long. For performance, they've optimized the complexity of various special effects to improve the flow of combat, so less frame drops. And also they have support for NIS, which is NVIDIA image scaling, which helps it helps with the rendering. So you should have better frames out of that. For out of game options, you have customization appearance only visible to teammates and spectators. This makes it so that if you're in a competition, for example, or if you're in a custom game, custom BR, the enemy team cannot pinpoint you who exactly you are, what competitor you are, by just the skin that you're wearing. It'll now default to a default skin. So this way, there's a little bit less of a skin sniping or anything like that. If you see somebody that you know is a certain person, then you'll have less of a chance to actually intentionally avoid them. It just makes for better competitive integrity that way. Fortnite does this. A lot of other games do this for their competitive scene. I think it's a personally really good change for esports. There's a new friend greeting function. The seasonal quest has been adjusted for Kurumi. Now, instead of defeating players by igniting the healing circle with something like a Flamebringer or a Tarka-G, now all you have to do is defeat the enemy receiving the recovery buff from Kurumi's healing circle once. So if they're in the circle and you kill them, then that will count for your seasonal quest. Other than that, we got bug fixes. The fixed Tarka-G bug we're using his ultimate will result in abnormal control. I guess they mean with movement. They've also fixed the issue of Soul Jade Desperation not activating properly. There's also clipping issues with Tarka-G. There's an issue where Yushan would be displayed incorrectly with his facial expressions in the party display. And they've also fixed the issue of severe stuttering when spectating that can occur while in the game, which was very annoying personally. I've had this happen to me once and it was not fun. So I'm glad that they changed that. So yeah, big takeaways from this patch here. You're going to have a new AI mode in BR for solos, duos, and trios. So even if your queue time is taking forever, at least you can have hard mode bots if you want. You can also complete all your quests. So those of you who have long queue times that are better than the rest of us, now you can at least get your season quests and dailies done. This also might provide a fast track to get your battle pass done. If you want to just go on normal AI bots and just farm all of your cultivation and weapon experience and all that, you can. So I guess there's an easy mode for that. The different skins and everything kind of lose their prestige because of that, which is kind of sad. But at the end of the day, we have an issue in the West where there aren't so many players at the top level playing, and the queue times can get a little bit out of hand. So this is kind of a temporary measure. I think that they're putting in so that they can adjust more. They can adjust more important issues as time goes on. Now for heroes, Tarka-G's, for all intents and purposes, untouched, still has his infinite. Vajra Warrior is just flat out buffed with all of her abilities, with the bubbles staying for longer. Dagger's nerfed, Katana's nerfed again, Spear's buffed, Longsword is kind of buffed, but no one really uses the crouching attack anyway. And Greatsword's untouched. So there you go. That's about all I got for you for this patch. If you liked the video, please be sure to like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff. Dislike it even though you can't see it if you did not like it. And I guess I'll see y'all in the next one.